What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're gonna check out the top 20 free-to-play battle royale games that you can play right now in 2023. So this list is going to include all the new battle royale games that are released within last year or so, and also some of the old battle royale games that are still popular and still having some decent concurrent player numbers in 2023. All these games that I'm gonna mention in this video are absolutely free to play and you can download them on Steam and also other major platforms. And I'm also going to avoid all the battle royale games that I have extremely limited player numbers. So if you are looking for a great free-to-play battle royale games to try out in 2023, you are definitely in the right place. So without further ado guys, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, at number 20 we got a pretty brand new battle royale game that was released about a couple of weeks ago, and it is called Dominance. Dominance is a free-to-play early access top-down 2D style battle royale game which is going to target more of a casual audience. Anyway, in this game you can select between 5 distinctive characters with very unique set of skills and abilities, and you can battle with up to 24 other players. It is definitely not the most popular game on this list, that's why I put this on the number 20%, but still a pretty new game. Currently the game has only around 200 plus reviews on Steam and most of them are sitting at mixed category. System recounts are also somewhat higher considering it's only a top-down 2D style shooter, but anyway, it's new and completely free, so definitely try it out. Alright, next up we have a pretty old school battle royale game. It's been here for a very long time, and that is Ring of Elysium. The only reason why I put this game on so far down in the list is basically there's not much players playing the game right now. It was a pretty popular game about a couple of years ago, but right now there is not much things happening with this game. I honestly don't know, this game is only available in certain regions. Please let me know down below if it's available on North America or even in Europe. Anyway, I recently downloaded this game and jumped into a couple of games. It's still a super fun and a unique battle royale game. Some elements of this game is definitely inspired by more popular battle royale games like PUBG. Most of the recent reviews of this game are sitting at mixed category, and system recounts are also low specs friendly, but keep that in mind, the current player base is extremely low, so you have a hard time finding matches. But nevertheless, it's a pretty cool battle royale game. Next up we have Super Mecha Arena, which is a free-to-play anime-style battle royale game which was developed and published by NetEase Games. The graphic style and the gameplay is somewhat similar to the more popular battle royale games like Fortnite, but definitely the highlight of this game is the large-scale super mechs where you can summon during a game. The combat is super fun and very arcade-friendly, and the game is still holding on to some decent player numbers, which is really good. And most of the recent reviews of this game are sitting at mixed category, but the system recounts are absolutely low specs friendly. You only need to have some integrated graphics to play this game. Next up we have probably one of my favorite battle royale games released last year, and that is the Retail Royale. It's a free-to-play battle royale game where you fight with other players inside a furniture store where everything you pick up is a weapon. In this game you will fight against 16 other players with variety of range and melee weapons including nail guns, couches, wooden shacks. So the gameplay is pretty chaotic and super fun. Currently the game has more than 3000 plus reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive, which is really good, and the system requirements are also low spec friendly. So definitely give it a try. It's a pretty unique battle royale game. And talking about unique battle royale games, we have another one called BATTLE Royale. It's a free-to-play battle royale game where I have to beat other players by using combination of words and quick thinking. It's definitely a challenging and a unique battle royale game where you have to beat other 15 opponents with unique combination of words. Anyway, currently the game has close to 1000 reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive, and the system requirements are also absolutely low specs friendly. Alright, next up we got Crab Game, another super fun first-person battle royale style of a game that is completely free to play, and it was developed by our favorite YouTuber Danny. You guys remember the TV show Squid Game, right? This game is definitely inspired by that. So in this game you go through series of game modes which is similar to the TV series, and you try to be the last man standing or the survivor and try to win the prize at the end of the day. This game was so much popular back in 2021 I think, but right now there is not a lot of players playing the game, but still a super fun game, especially if you have some friends to play with, because you can play custom games with your own server. Anyway, most of the recent reviews of this game are currently very positive, which is really good, and also you don't have to worry about the system requirement. It's absolutely low specs friendly. Moving on, we have another 2D style battle royale game for those who like to play more casual type of a game, and that is the Super Animal Royale. It's surprisingly a very popular battle royale game where you have to fight against other 64 players, which has the typical loot and shoot style gameplay from other battle royale games. 2D style games are definitely not my cup of tea, but if you like these type of games, definitely worth giving it a try. Currently the game has close to 35,000 reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive, and also you don't have to worry about system requirement at all. Next up, we have one of my personal favorite Battle Royale games from this list, and that is called TAPG, or otherwise known as Totally Accurate Battlegrounds. It's an indie-developed free-to-play multiplayer Battle Royale game which is definitely inspired by more popular games like PUBG, but with more casual, cartoonish graphic style and a very unique physics mechanics. The game has an incredible arsenal of weapons to choose from, including assault rifles, sidearms, shotguns, sniper rifles, miniguns, launchers, pretty much everything that you find on any first-person shooter game. The game is currently having more than 76,000 reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive. System requirements are also not that heavy, but you need to have some dedicated graphics card to play this game. Next up, we have another pretty old school Battle Royale game, but recently getting a lot more attention with brand new updates coming to the game, and that is the Battle Royale Reforged. Honestly guys, this game was completely dead at some point, but somehow it came back, and right now it's holding on to some decent player numbers as a free-to-play title. The graphics, gameplay mechanics and the gunplay is quite similar to the more popular Battle Royale game Fortnite, and it's definitely inspired by that. If you haven't played this game, it's probably a best time to check it out, and right now most of the recent review of these games are currently very positive, which is really good, and also you don't have to worry about system requirements because those are pretty low specs friendly. Next up, we have a surprisingly fun casual Battle Royale game, and that is the Battleground Reborn. It's a super fun multiplayer Battle Royale game with beautiful colors and graphic style, and also it supports cross-platform progression. Currently, the game supports 4 unique game modes, including a Battle Royale mode, as well as 15 different animals with unique skills and abilities. The game is also available on Steam, as well as Android and iOS as well, which is also really cool. Currently, the game has close to 8,000 reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at very positive. This is basically a mobile game with very simple graphic style, so you don't need to worry about the system requirements. Alright guys, before moving into the number 10 spot, if you enjoyed this video so far, please make sure to drop a like and a sub, because we cover a lot of free-to-play games on this channel. So if you do enjoy the content, help me out with a like and a sub. So yeah, much appreciated. Alright guys, at number 10 we got a pretty popular Battle Royale game that was released about the first half of 2022, and that is the Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. I covered this game previously in my channel as well. It's basically a Battle Royale game about vampires that have supernatural abilities and powers, and you can also play this game as a solo, a duo, or even as a squad. Vampires in this game belong to different factions. You have to choose one before a game that suits your own play style. Currently the game has close to 47,000 reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at mostly positive reviews, and the game is still holding on to more than 1,500 concurrent players on Steam, which is really good, but the system requirements are somewhat higher compared to the other games on this list. Next up, we have a super unique vehicular combat battle royale type of a game called Crossout. Crossout is a free-to-play, post-apocalyptic vehicular combat / combat racing type of a game where you can upgrade and craft your battle machine and fight against other races. It's definitely a one-of-a-kind game with a very unique concept, and I absolutely love it. And also, this game is surprisingly quite popular on Steam, currently holding on to more than 11,000 concurrent players, which is insane for a free-to-play game. Currently, the game is having more than 53,000 plus reviews on Steam, and most of them are sitting at mostly positive, and the system requirements are also not that heavy. You can basically play this game on a low spec system. If you are someone who like to play these type of vehicular combat games, definitely worth trying out. Next up, we have a popular game that is not typically categorized as a battle royale game, but still the gameplay concepts are quite similar. This game is called Cycle Frontier, and it's a free-to-play PvP/PvE extraction looter shooter style of a game, which is similar to the more popular games like Escape from Tarkov, but in a completely different universe. You can play this game as a solo or as a 3-man squad, but I highly recommend you guys to try this game with some of your friends on board because it's quite challenging. Anyway, the game is holding on to more than 38,000 reviews on Steam, and currently most of the reviews are sitting at mixed category. System requirements are also somewhat low to medium specs friendly, but you need to have some dedicated graphics card to play this game. Next up, we have the previous popular battle royale game from Call of Duty, the Call of Duty Warzone 1, or right now it's called as Warzone Caldera. Anyway guys, they basically abandoned this game after the Warzone 2 releases, so right now the game is not getting any more updates or any more new content to the game, but still the old Caldera map is there to enjoy. Even after that, thousands of players playing this game daily basis. As a free-to-play battle royale game compared to the other games on this list, this game has a huge download size, over 120 120 plus gigs, so definitely keep that in mind as well. But the system requirements are somewhat medium specs friendly, but you need to have a dedicated graphics card to play this game. Next up at number 6 we have Super People 2. Super People 2 is basically the same as Super People 1. It's an early access free-to-play battle royale game which is quite similar to the more popular battle royale games like PUBG, but you can choose different characters with unique set of abilities and skills. And you can also play this game as a solo, duo, even as a squad. Right now the game is having close to 15,000 reviews on Steam and most of them are sitting at mixed category, but the recent reviews of this game suggest the game has a lot of cheaters and server issues going on with this game, so definitely keep that in mind as well. System requirements are also somewhat low to medium specs friendly. Next up at number 5 we have the extremely popular multiplayer game Fall Guys, which is not typically categorized as a battle royale game, but basically the goal of this game is same as battle royale games, to be the last man standing. This game was actually released as a paid game back in the day, but in last year this game went completely free to play on PC, Xbox as well as on PlayStation. On PC you can only find this game right now on Epic Games Store, so definitely keep that in mind as well. Anyway, it's a super fun social game, especially if you have some friends to play with, but even after that you can play this game as a solo as well. The system requirements of these games are also not that heavy. You can basically play this game even with a low-end system. Next up at number 4 we have the godfather of all battle royale games, and that is PUBG, as known as PUBG Battlegrounds. There is basically no introduction needed about this game. The game has more than 2 million reviews on Steam. I know if you're watching this video you guys already played PUBG. It's hands down my favorite battle royale game of all time, and I'm so happy to see the game is still doing pretty well with player numbers as well as getting new updates and new content into the game. And I gotta say guys, it's still worth playing even in 2023. So even if you are a beginner or a newer player to these type of battle royale games, I still recommend you guys to try this game out. Next up we have the brand new Call of Duty Warzone 2.0, which is the latest iteration of Battle Royale games by Call of Duty, which was actually released by the end of the last year. I gotta say guys, I played this game a lot back when it was released, but right now I kinda get bored with this game and waiting for the new season to release. Anyway, the brand new Warzone 2.0 comes with two main game modes, which is the typical Battle Royale game mode with you can play with up to 150 players, and also an extraction looter shooter style of a game mode called DMZ, which I highly recommend you guys to try it out. Anyway, the game is completely free to play on Steam as well as PlayStation and also on Xbox. System requirements are somewhat low to medium specs friendly and quite acceptable in 2023. Next up at number 2 we have probably the most popular battle royale game out there right now, and that is the Fortnite. Honestly guys, there is no introduction needed about this game. It's a super fun, highly addictive battle royale game which is available on PC, PlayStation as well as on Xbox for completely free. The game has evolved a lot over the years, but still holding on to millions of daily concurrent players, which is insane. With new seasons, new content coming to the game, it's definitely worth trying out in 2023. I usually categorize Fortnite as a low-end game, but I don't think I can do it anymore because the game has evolved a lot over the years. Even the minimum system requirements say you only need to have a 4 gigs of RAM and some integrated graphics. It's basically impossible to run this game on this system requirements, so you need to have a better graphics card and some decent amount of RAM to play this game. Alright guys, moving on to number 1 spot, we have the Apex Legends. It's probably not as popular as Fortnite, but overall I would say Apex Legends deserve the number 1 spot. I gotta say guys, I used to play this game a lot back in the day right after the release, but I honestly haven't had the chance to try this game out in recent months. But only considering the Steam player numbers, the game is holding on to 500,000 daily concurrent players, which is insane, and considering the fact that this game is also available on Origin, PlayStation as well as on Xbox, there are millions of players play this game on daily basis. The game is super fast paced and highly addictive, and it's ideal for more of a casual as well as competitive players. Minimum system requirements are also not that heavy, but the game has evolved a lot over the years, so you need to have some kind of a dedicated graphics card to get a decent playable frame rate. Well, that's pretty much it for this video guys. I hope you guys find some great free-to-play battle royale games to try out in 2023. Anyway guys, if this video helpful, please make sure to drop a like on this video and also hit that subscribe button because we cover a lot of free-to-play games on this channel. So I'll catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.